everybody could join in here. 1 second. All right, awesome. 1 sec. Cool. Good. All right, well, I hope everybody had a great trading day today. Happy Monday after a Thanksgiving holiday. So quite a dip by today in the market, so that was pretty epic, and it looks like we're getting a little bit of follow through in the futures here, which we'll take a look at in a little bit here. So again, supporting the 1-2-1-2-1-2 theory that we talked about last night. So good stuff there. Before we get and then of course today, fresh concept. Old concept, but we're going to spend this week talking about it since we had a good fun day yesterday with the Elliott Wave show. So today we're going to talk about day trading pitchforks. You can also swing trade them too. So we're basically just going to go over the concept of it today, and then we're going to talk about some more tactics going into the rest of the week. So good stuff there. Of course, before we get started, everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right. So as always, we're going to take a look and see where we left off in the market here today, and then we'll take a look at the futures and see what they're up to or down to here this evening, and then we'll take a look at the topic, and then we'll go through questions and chart requests. So let's get started. All right. So SPX, nice push off of the inside month. Working its way up here again, held those levels really nicely over the upper Bollinger Band, really close to all-time highs here. Weekly chart inside week so far. Again, we had that nice push up here over these resistance levels, and it looked like it was forming a doji sandwich. It's just taking a little bit longer to get that push up through here. So again, the big concept that we had, right, was this ABC corrective move, impulsive wave up, wave 1, ABC wave 2, 1, 2, right? So that's a 1-2-1-2 and possibly a 1-2 right here off of these levels. If we kind of take a look and see exactly where this went today, pretty cool stuff, right? It bounced right off of the corrective channel, right? And then off of this pivot low right here, the wave 2. Look at that, right off the 50% retrace. Okay, so and held the 382 and the ADMA. So good stuff there. Let's take a look and see at the intraday price action right here. So again, we had a nice flush at the open day. It was looking really bearish. It's like, wait a second, how is this impulsive, right? When we're seeing this type of action, we got a great short off of this one today. I mean, really cool stuff, right? So I mean, just we'll show you on the futures, but a nice breakdown here, 15-hour breakdown, held the NMA push, and then then they started to buy the dip, right? And it was just pretty epic right here. It was decent on the SPX and the futures. It was great on some of the tech names today, which was pretty phenomenal. So pretty cool stuff there. Again, here's the levels that we provide to our members before each market open. Again, there's an open gap below, right? And we held that open gap window. So nice place for a dip buy, right? And then when the higher low gave a nice harmonic move to the upside, right? So harmonic, right? So we're looking at this, right? Here's your down move right here, right? Here's your up move, here's your higher low, and then worked its way up, gave kind of a nice little harmonic wing to the upside there today. So that was good. Added some confidence into the trade. So good stuff there. Let's take a look at the S&P futures and see what we're up to here this year. Whoa, nice. We're up 19 points. So getting some good follow through on this one. Again, guys, our signal zones, our supply and demand zones played out extremely well today. Again, pre-market, big upper shadow here off of the top of the signal zone. Worked its way down. Right, and really incredible stuff where we started to lose some geometric levels, right? So we had this level right here, which held as support, right, and we had the upper trend line from overnight right here. Nice little cross right here. Once we lost that in the 15-hour below in the signal zone, we got short here, right? A little bit of a doji sandwich down to get us to the signal zone below, and then it even kept on pushing. We're like, when are they going to buy the dip here? What's the sell-off all about? And of course, it landed into our support zone down here. Higher, little bit of a higher low. There's your harmonic, and then we worked our way up through the signal zones into the end of the day. Big push at the end of the day. They gave kind of a quick down move and then a quick spike, and now we are working our way up into the evening. So let's see how these geometric levels hold going into tonight. Right, we got the trend line right here. We got a bump line right here, right, and we got another bump line right here too. So we got this. So let's see how these hold go. That's a really steep one right there. If that one cracks, right, we might retest a couple of these levels. But again, getting pretty tight in this area. So it could be interesting going into tomorrow. But obviously very bullish. And like we saw on the SPX chart, again, looks like we're 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and this thing might push its way up. I mean, we're not that far away from all-time highs here, right? So just a little bit of a move, right? You just take this whole day and just kind of stack it on top of itself. Boom, you got all-time highs. So good stuff there. Let's see what they can do going into tomorrow. Awesome. So this week we're going to be talking about day trading pitchforks, and we're going to go over the concept. So we've talked about this in the past, and if you guys, if anybody's new here, be sure to subscribe on YouTube and check out our playlists. One of our playlists, we do the 3-minute videos, and I think we have a nice 3-minute video in there. Given the history of pitchforks, right? So it's an Alan Andrews technique, right? So a lot of times you'll hear it as the Andrews pitchfork, but it's a really great tool, and it gives you some really great channels to work with and some great levels. It's just a fantastic method, and we're going to talk about it here today. So let's take a look. Let's go to the SPX, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the daily chart, and I'm going to zoom out, right? I'm going to zoom out a lot right here. Okay, so. And what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of take a look and see what we do. So the Pitchfork tool is a nice one here provided by Thinkorswim. It's also available in TradingView and a lot of other trading platforms. But it's the one at the bottom left right here. It's Andrews Pitchfork. Okay, so all it is this right here, right? So you kind of go here, and it gives you this cool pitchfork type form. And what it does is it gives you really cool geometric channels that can become significant. So how do we use it? Well, the concept is right. You want to go from a one pivot level to another pivot level, and then join the others, right? So in other words, we would go from this one area right here is this pivot level right here is from 2018, right? And then we got the Corona crash high, the Corona crash low, and we can kind of take a look at it and see what kind of levels have played out, right? So you can see we got this right here, and this right here. Whoa, isn't that pretty amazing? So so you can see exactly off of these levels, look where we found resistance in the market. It's pretty miraculous how this stuff works out, right? So we had off of this move, we worked our way all the way up to the top of the pitchfork channel right here, right? Worked our way back down, right? Here's your ABC corrective move, and look where we found a little bit of resistance back at the top of the pitchfork. So cool stuff. So one of the things that we look for on this is areas to find bounces, which we'll talk more about on the intraday time frames tomorrow. And we look for confirmation off of these levels, right? So this, the highs and lows are very, very important levels. Before the Corona crash, we were tracking this one. Let's see if I can go back far enough on it. It's let's just take this low right here. I think we were stalking this one right here from the 2018 highs and lows. So this was pretty cool before we got to before the Corona crash, right? So we got above this pitchfork level here, right? And as soon as it broke down and we cleared these levels, right, we got a nice move down to the bottom of the pitchfork and gave a good move. Guys, this is a great tool to use on various on names. If you're starting to see some very, very fast, impulsive news or news comes out and you start seeing some really fast moves, this is a great way to look for potential targets for things to go, right? So I mean, just like an example is, and I haven't even looked at this one yet, but an example here is CRM, right? So CRM gave a big push to the downside. Well, this thing's all over the place, but let me do a clear set on this one. Let me clear this drawing set. You can see we have some old pitchforks on it here too. Let's see, remove all drawings, take care of those. Yep. No, I want to remove all drawings on. Remove clear drawings. There we go. Okay, so kind of clear that up a little bit, right? So, so a couple major areas, right, that we would look at. We'd look at, again, pivot level to pivot level, right? Here's your Corona crash, right? Those areas right here. Once we broke above it, right, that was bullish, right? And of course, it gapped up after earnings. So it gives a lot of very important areas, right? And you don't have to just do it from the downside to the upside. You can do it from other areas as well. You just look to where it makes sense. But you can see from this channel down, look at that. We bounced right off of the middle of the channel and worked our way up. So it's a great geometric tool, non-standard channeling techniques because it predicts the channel before it happens based on prior levels of prior pivot points, right? Because if we were to take a channel and put it on CRM, it would look something like this. Right? And that's cool, right? This is working great, right? But it had to set itself, it had to give us pivots first. So what I really like about the pitchfork is that it can give us some great indications of future levels of potential channels. And it's almost miraculous how it's designed, but it can be extremely helpful, and it can also help track trend before it happens. You'll notice one of the ones that we looked at recently was Space. That was one that Algo382 put out there yesterday, and SPCE has been, kind of channeled. When you start to see like these impulsive moves up, right? One of the things we like to do and we like to track is, where these pitchforks can be going, right? So what we could do here is we pull a pitchfork right here. Here you go to the pivot low, right here, pivot high. And if you want to see how this thing is going to channel up, right, we can kind of look at this right here and see how it held really nicely the middle of that channel. Then we gave a pop to the top, got extended over the channel, and kind of came back in and then bounced off of that here today. So again, guys, this is a great tool. We're going to talk about some more techniques using it on the intraday time frame, but very powerful stuff. And you can see just from those examples how important those levels can be. We saw the SPX; it essentially called the high before the Corona crash, and then after the Corona crash, it just called these recent highs before some big turns. So very geometric and very helpful, and a very good tool to use. So hopefully you guys found that helpful, and we'll talk about it more this week. At this point, if anybody has any questions or chart requests, please feel free to plug those in the chat window, and we'll get through as many as we can and try to wrap up as early as possible so we can all get a good night's sleep and have another awesome trading day tomorrow. So good stuff. So Shirley sent a few in via email. Again, guys, thanks for keeping Shirley in your thoughts and prayers. She gets better all the time. Let's take a look here. We got BTNX. She didn't send a lot in here today, but BNTX. This one was a big breakout today. Huge move, right? Nice push to the upside right here. Again, you can do something real quick here. You can kind of put a pitchfork. I'm not going to do this on all these, of course, but you got a nice pivot level right here, nice pivot level right here, nice pivot level right here. Look at that. So you can see it predicts the channel before it happens, right? So again, it started to work its way up, boom, gets to the top of the channel, and then worked its way down, and look at that, bounce to the bottom of the channel. Now, for traders who are kind of late to the game, they're drawing channels here, right? We're going like this. Oh, look at that, it's getting to the top of the channel, but we already saw that as occurring, right? So those pitchforks can be extremely helpful, and you can see we're basically at the top end of that range right now, but a nice breakout candle on this one here, fresh highs, good volume, so that's definitely one to keep an eye on right there. Let's take a look at Xilinx. So again, Xilinx is working its way up, guys. I mean, this thing, the buyout from AMD is still in the works, but this thing just is pushing along with AMD. So AMD gave a big move right there too. Again, AMD is the easier one to trade, right? This one doesn't have as much option volume, but very nice stuff there. Piton. So Piton, again, good breakout candle on this. This is our trade of the week last week. Gave us a nice push to the upside, right? We were able to take profit on that, and then it came back down and held this 382 level right here. This level has been very important for Piton, right? We like this impulsive move up, right? Kind of came back, held here, consolidated here for a while, gave a couple bounce off it, bounced off it one more time today to get some extra strength, and is looking pretty good right here. A little bit of caution, it's coming at the top end of this channel, right, which could be a potential bear flag with the invisible flagpole. So we like the move up right here, but watch that as potential resistance. So that's what we're seeing there on Piton. AVGO, another tough name to trade. But again, good pushes on a lot of the semiconductor names today, thanks to AMD. NVIDIA started to get a little bit perky here today too. Again, holding trend, it broke out of the geometric line right here, right? Gave you a nice move up, gave you a little bit of a pullback, kind of a pause day, and then started to move here today. Could be working on a little bit of an earnings run, so that's looking pretty good too. APPS. We had some members that did really well on this one. So this is actually a real nice breakout candle here. Again, we talked about this recently, right? Kind of held the 50%, the 382, got really sloppy, but really started to break out here. Again, the key level that we want to track, of course, is the geometric line right here. One of the things we look at from the impulsive move up, here's your ABC-ish type move, right? And we got a nice breakout there today. So let's see if we get some follow through. Maybe we'll get a pause day on it and see if we can keep going. But this has been a popular name recently. And then Chewy! Fresh all-time highs on Chewy, guys. So last week we talked about swinging options, right? So one of the big things we looked at, right? There was a couple concepts. I did one extra video on this, is that we had a breakout candle, a true breakout candle, right, out of this like large triangle time frame on Friday, right? So that is the key right now. Do we want to get long off that? Not necessarily. It did give a little bit of a gap up, but it pushed down. Not until we confirmed above those highs, right, do we look to get long, right? And you can see here, it took a little bit. You see the inside 60 kind of pushed its way up right here. Really wasn't until we got above these levels right here. We started to get strong. We held the ADMA. We got tight. Then it started to push. So this thing's looking pretty good. It's drifting up after hours. Let's see if Chewy can get some follow through. But a nice big triangle breakout here. Let's see if it does like a Tesla type move, and it can keep going. So I mean, everybody wants to get some doggy toys for Christmas, right? So there we go. So good stuff. Appreciate it, Shirley. Great stuff. Mike, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Still tracking CCL. Yeah, so this thing, again, it's like, up and down depending on whether or not stimulus news is going on. I mean, it looks a little bit rising wedge-ish, right? So, but it did break out, right? Started to get a nice move, right? Here's your big breakout candle right here. Gave you a pause day, gave a push up, and pulled back kind of nasty there today. Again, monthly chart's still looking okay. Got really tight down here and starting to break out. And again, let's see how it goes. earnings are going to be tough for it, of course, but nasty little breakout down candle on there. See how it holds the 80 MA on that one, okay? Otherwise, you've got your geometric levels down here, right? Here's your trend line, right? So you got kind of a bump line off of that here. Right, so see, it holds that. It's kind of holding right onto the 80 MA. So we got that going on CCL, and then Nvidia, guys. I'm really liking Nvidia right now. It is, it's up after hours, of course, but wow, what a sneaky move it did today. So we've been tracking, right? We've been talking about it here. We've been tracking this geometric line, and we're like, okay, let's wait for a breakout. Golly, it broke out right at the end of the day. It was really, look at that final hour right there, just did it at the end of the day. Really impressive stuff right at the end of the day. I mean, it was just like, right there. And then it's like, oh, hey, and then it's still drifting up. So definitely want to keep an eye on the radar tomorrow. I love the geometric breakout. Remember, guys, these guys had great earnings. They're selling out of all their game cards. Data center stuff's going well. Gaming stuff's going well. This thing's just been chopping up premiums for a while. Let's keep an eye on it, see if we can break out of this cloud here and give us a move at least to the top of the geometric line on that one. Definitely tracking NVIDIA. Nice find there, Mike. Awesome. So good stuff. ZEK, hope you're doing well. Let's take a look at Apple. Huge moves today on Apple. This is a beautiful one. We pointed this out at the opening live stream today for a great move. It was looking so awesome. It was looking so awesome that I thought that it was going to close perfectly above the of the daily cloud right there, and above the geometric line. It's like nope. We're just going to pull back here into the close. So again, it's up a little bit after hours, reclaiming some of that range. But wow, what a sneaky end of the day kind of move right there, just to shake out anybody who's looking at that. I'm cool with it. I'm good. I want that daily chart to prove itself, right? I want to see it close here. I love the volume today. I just wanted to see it close above those levels and see if we can get a move. So tomorrow should be interesting. We'll see if we get a gap and going again. Again, a lot of volume on it today, a lot of call activity, and we played some calls on it too. So that was a nice one there today. Good find. CVS. So wow, this thing's getting tight here too, right? So it gave a bit. Look at that impulsive. CVS was nuts. This thing was like a FANG stock for a while, and then just kind of pulled back. Getting really tight in here, holding the 80 MA. Double inside day, failed to break to the downside. Let's see if that can work its way up. Snow. Again, a lot of folks are liking this name. Understandably, right? It broke out of our geometric line right here. Here's your breakout. Here's your confirmation, right? Started to work and gave a really, really nice push up here. We got earnings coming up this week. We got it, Wednesday after the close. So definitely want to keep an eye on right there. Kind of calmed down a little bit there today. So looking pretty interesting. It's up about 4 points after hours, but just a wild name. SRNE. Pretty interesting, right? So just chopping around here between the levels, right? I mean, kind of the big ones that you want to track, right? Is this, right? So we got this going on right here. It's trying to break out. I want to see a strong candle over the 50-day. Maybe we can get through this thin cloud. So we got that going on there on SRNE. Great stuff, CUK. Appreciate it, Michael. What's going on? Good to see you. Let's take a look at Hexo. Yeah, some members traded this one today. It's not one that I particularly trade, but wow, what a great move here. I mean, this thing's traded like options today. I mean, just a big move, from like 88 cents to like $1.12. Let's see if that thing can get going. Very nice find on that one. CAAS. Again, woo! Look at that one. China Automotive. Huge move on that one. And then the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, guys, we talked about it last night. Just gave a huge push up there, and then again all-time highs, and then a pause day right now. So it was looking bearish, but honestly, guys, all it did was hold that prior weekly support level, right? So this was the big breakdown level right here, big area of resistance, broke above it, tested it as support, and it said nope, we're gonna hodl, and it just kept on working its way up. So some nice stuff there on the Bitcoin. So good stuff there, and Ruger. So yeah, so up about 19 cents there today. Again, we'll keep an eye on it. This is these names, right? This one, Smith and Wesson. Just kind of keep an eye on it, right? I mean, obviously change of regime. A lot of folks like to go out and load up. So we'll see how that goes there. OLN breaking down. Nice find on that one below the 80 MA, and then PLTR. Called it last night. I love it. With Paul, great job. Yeah, and then a 24 fit balance. Nice job. Magic. You gotta love it. Oh yeah, Moderna. Fantastic, guys. This thing's epic, right? We talked about this again. You don't have to get in on the breakout candle. Here's your geometric breakout right here. Obviously, if you can catch it, the momentum move here, that's fine, right? But I mean, when you get a move at this, and then when it gaps up above it and still has strength, that's strong, right? And then it gave a huge move up, and it's up again after hours. I mean, their vaccine stuff is just epic, right? I mean, the UK today, they're selling it to, well, Pfizer's selling to California, but anyway, they're just epic. So it's finally making the big move, which is great. Nice job on that one. KNDI. Hey, Candy, not so dandy. Yeah, inside day down today, just flushed off of that, just nasty. So yeah, again, we were waiting for that on some of these names. So on some of these the Chinese electric vehicle names, but good find on that one. Very very nice. Almo, what's going on? Good to see you. Let's take a look at HYLN. So HYLN, woo! We talked about this potential bear flag on this one. Here's another crazy SPAC electric vehicle name there. Big gap down on that one, big volume, bear flag, right? So we talked about that, right? So watch that inside day, and it gave a push down there. Nice find there. And IPOB. So cool. So yes, things wild name right here, but again, just that crazy big gap up out of the channels right here, but nasty red candle. So a little bit of caution off of those. So good stuff. Rocky, what's going on? Yeah, PFE. Woo! This was an epic day trade in the group today. One of our members pointed it out this morning at the open. It was just like, okay. It wasn't on my radar. I don't really track these names intraday. I mostly look at the tech names. And they pointed out, I was like, oh yeah, this is gearing up for a 15-hour breakout. It was a huge move on that one. And pull back right here. And again, like we just said, good positive news after hours for Pfizer. California, 300,000 vaccines ordered or something like that. So big news for Pfizer. Let's see if they get some more follow through going in tomorrow. Intel, we traded this one the other day. Just had some strength at the open, ended up pulling back in, but nice candle here today as the semis is getting strong, right? So info. Okay, yeah, big gap up on that one. Definitely want to keep an eye on there. Huge volume on that off the inside day, so see if that can continue to hold right there. A push over today's highs would be interesting. IQ getting interesting, right? So a nice push there. Holding the daily cloud. Again, some volume came in there today. It's pushing a little bit after hours too, so it could be one to keep an eye on there. I mean, the Netflix of China, I guess, but Netflix isn't doing too much here. It's holding the cloud in the 200-day, so we'll see where we go from there. Good stuff, Creighton. What's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, CRSR. That was another Michael Phillips special. That thing was awesome. Just a big breakout of the channel right here. Big push up, and then I'm kind of holding the top of it right now, but it's below the 80 MA, so a little bit of caution off of that one. And Knox. Woohoo! This is another one, guys. So this is great, right? If y'all remember our geometric breakouts, right? Here's your breakout candle right here. Pause day, double pause day with an inside day, and then see ya. Right? That thing just launched off of that one. Really beautiful right there. ILMN. Illumina. So hanging in there, watch your 200-day for potential resistance. Lulu. Whoa, Lulu, where did that come from? My goodness. I guess they came up with a vaccine with their new stretch bands. But big break right here, nice pause day, good follow through today, good outside day. Keep an eye on Lulu, looking bullish right there, very very nice. Square. Hanging in there, nice bounce off the 80 MA on Square. Again, this thing's been pretty good recently, so hanging in those levels. Vive, earnings this week. Viva la Vive! So we'll see how that goes. They've got earnings, I think it's tomorrow after the close. Yeah, tomorrow after the close. So a little bit pause there to kind of see how it goes. This one's a little bit tough, kind of spready on the options, but we'll see. Speaking of spready, TTD, look at that thing, all-time, woohoo! $904. It's like Tesla. So again, huge push up there on this one. Again, great move. This thing can move if you got the patience to hold on to it. Not really a day trader one, but when you swing it, it could be epic, right? Flying Eagle, another acquisition, another SPAC type name right there. Good push up there on that one. Good one to keep on the radar. Shop. Finally, there we go. There's your breakout candle. There's your pause day, and have a nice day. You got the follow through today. You gotta love it. And then Chegg. Again, this is the just a funny name right there, but a nice push up into the cloud. Held the 50-day moving average. See if that can give a move as well. Could be a pause day today too. Maybe you can get to the top of the cloud. So good stuff, man. Yeah, I hope you had a broski. Hope you had a great holiday too and a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Rocky, JD. Yeah, JD's hanging in there, gapping up a little bit after hours here. I guess China name's got a little bit of a boost here after hours, a little bit of a push there after hours. But these were on the weak radar today. Baba was a little bit weak at the open. JD, Baba could be interesting. Just real quick, I just want to pull that up here. This is quite an interesting level, right? We talked about this last night for a potential pullback, and let's see if this dip is viable. Right, so it was. We were looking at it here. It was holding this prior support level. It did fall below it here with some big volume today. Right, so it's right at the 618. It's got to hold here, right? You got an open gap here below. If that doesn't hold, right, just nasty on Baba. So something to keep an eye on there going into tomorrow. So nasty candle. We'll keep it on. I'm going to put it on the bearish radar, but it needs to hold. It needs to hold. And then Tesla! Yeah, exactly. Tesla, what's up? Bearish engulfing candle today. Nasty, but right, this is so great. I mean, Tesla is just so awesome. because of what they do to shorts. And sorry if anybody's short on this thing, but it's and they're just epic with this one. I mean, it's like you got a bearish engulfing candle off of fresh all-time highs. You know, I mean, traders certainly will pull back to the 80 Nope, nope. The same news that they're being listed on the S&P 500 came out today, and it's up like 30 points after hours. So see how it holds today. You know, obviously, if it pushes again, we'll continue to monitor it, see if we can get above those levels. But crazy, crazy stuff there on Tesla. Amazing. So good stuff there. Yep, the Q's ripping already. Yeah, exactly. Strong stuff too. One last thing. So, do you see Zoom or TTD potentially getting added to the SPX end of year? Man, it took Tesla a long time. I mean, Zoom's doing okay. They had a miss on earnings. You have to have like, I think you have to have subsequent, like 4 or 5 like subsequent beats on earnings. They had a miss on this one, so Zoom might be out of the question on getting added to the S&P on that one. TTD would be interesting too. I think the real big thing we want to look at is who's going to go off of the S&P. Who's Tesla kicking off the S&P 500? If they're tradable, that could be a good short. Again, Tesla again down. I mean, Zoom down off of earnings here. So we'll see how it goes going into tomorrow. It seems to be holding up okay. You know, let's see where it gaps going into tomorrow. So that could be interesting too. And then TTD maybe kind of tougher. The TTD's been pretty epic, so that's another one to look at too. They would be next in line as an SPX evenly balanced by sectors. Yeah. So tech. Yeah, exactly. I mean, with a lot of tech, right? So and Tesla is kind of considered tech, so it could be interesting there. We'll see. I don't like to. It's hard to speculate, right? So, but DKNG guys, this is huge. Bhuvan, what's going on? Good to see you. So DKNG, right? We were looking at this one. We had a nice breakout candle right here. It's kind of a geometric breakout, right? Kind of a pause-ish type day, but it wasn't a really great breakout candle with the upper shadow. Look what it did today here off of this level, right? We talked about this last week. Right off of the 618 from this lower turning point here to the high of this candle. Boom, right to the 620 off the cloud, off the 80 for a nice bounce intraday, right? So right off the lows are there, boom, for a big dip by today on DKNG. Let's see if it gets any follow through on it. So far, so good, right? And let's see if we can get over today's highs to get some more continuation. So good stuff there. Fast Johnny, software is, I know. Oh, we got a lot of them reporting this week, right? We already looked at Vive, right? Okta's reporting this week, starting to break out there. Nice volume on that one, right? Your CRWD, right? I'm sure you'll probably post these a little bit later. CRWD getting stronger there. Work again, gave a big boost there today. Big gap up again. Follow through off of the inside day off of the CRM news. And a lot of other ones looking pretty strong there. Rolando, what's going on? Good to see you. Let's take a look at Intel. Yeah, so Intel. Again, decent, right? I mean, it was strong the other day and got some good follow through today. The semiconductors were pretty good today as well. Tracy, what's going on? SPG, let's take a look. Wave count if possible. Okay, yeah, so Simon Property Group, again, this is your real estate name. You know, big moves, you know, kind of a breakout candle right here. Never really gave us pause day. I mean, so at this point now, right, we'd probably look at this as the start of an impulsive wave. So it's kind of like a 1-2, right? And this could be like a 1-2 right here. So it's like a 1-2, maybe 3-4 right here. If we haven't crossed below this level, today's high, that high was 82.42. Low 82.40, so already crossing there. So I mean, it could be kind of like this 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 type thing right here. I don't like that it's under the 80 MA, so just a little bit of caution with that, right? So so just caution there. And then mRNA, just it's just bullish. I mean, this thing just keeps going. So it's just impulsing right now. I mean, at this point, it looks like Tesla. I mean, that type of thing. We try to see if it gives a pullback. So good stuff there. Kevin, what's going on? Good to see you. So do Pitchforks overplay or interplay with the fibs? They can, yeah, certainly. I mean, so as long as you got your levels that align with each other, they could be good. But there's not like a Fibonacci pitchfork that I'm aware of, but they are pretty evenly distributed, right? The middle of it is going to be your 50% line. So so one of the things you know that we would look at, right, with SPX, so like just for instance, if we go here, kind of zoom out to the pitchfork right here, right? So what we could do is we could go to the bottom of the pitchfork, right, to the top of the pitchfork, and you know, it's the same as drawing fibs as well. But sometimes if you get alignment off these levels, it can be very powerful, right? So you got to move right here, right, and it pulled back really nicely right here, right to the 236, and bounced off of the 236, right, and then formed the fresh geometric line. So a lot of times if you get confluence off of these levels, right, you can get some find some nice areas, right. So here the 50% line, you know, I mean, was essentially right at the same level, but it was very, very close to the beginning of it, so that would be about it anyway. But yeah, when there's confluence, right, it can be very, very nice, even with the extensions too. But you know, they're not going to be exact, but good stuff. Great question. Yeah, Bhuvan. Yeah, DKNG again. So again, beautiful 618 pullback here today. Again, had to be just sitting waiting for it, or have an alert there waiting for it. But nice pullback right there and a good bounce off. So let's see if we can get some follow through, break over today's highs. So yeah, what's going on? Looking at Zoom on the daily. Looks like a pause day finally. Yeah. So Zoom again. Right now we're only down about like 20 points on it. So I mean it's 453. So that kind of puts it down here. So again, yeah, it might just be like a little bit of a retrace type thing. It did the harmonic up, guys. It was perfect. I mean, it filled the gap today. It was really a nice move from the higher low right here to get that gap filled. So it was a good harmonic on that one. And then from here to here, again, the 453 is kind of in this range right here. So again, just see how it holds the 382. If it holds that right, we might see a bounce off of it. But it'd be nice to see the premiums drop a little bit for us. So for day trade stuff, so that'd be good too. The Nest, yeah. Let's take a look. Let's see what else we got here. So we've got JKS. Again, solar sector has just been so strong. Solar sector has been so strong. See right now here bouncing off the cloud. So let's see if this thing can kind of work its way up. Again, this thing's just been an epic move up right here. Again, looks like sort of an A, B, C type move. So it could be gearing up for another move. So let's definitely continue to keep an eye on that one. Apple's a big one that's been on our radar. Finally broke out of the geometric cloud, then came back in the range. So it's a little bit blah off of that. But we'll see if it gives any follow through tomorrow. Again, a lot of money put into that one today. A lot of call activity. Very nice right there. J&J, guys, this is a great one. Again, this is we've done a lot of pitchforks on this one in the past, but again, this one responds really well to it, right? So I'm going to clear the drawing set. I have so many old levels on this one, but J&J can respond really well to the pitchfork levels. It just tends to act nicely on it, right? So again, here's your move down right here. Again, look at that upper side right there to the bottom of the pitchfork, right to the pitchfork median line, up again to the top. Right, got weak again, so it's kind of rejecting those levels again. So just careful here. You're under the 50-day and under the 200-day on J&J. Zyme. Let's take a look at Zyme. Zyme works. Yeah, big push up right here, guys. Again, here's your breakout candle. Here's your pause days, and continue to work its way up there on Zyme. And then ATVI again. Yeah, gaming sector was pretty good today too. ATVI was nice. Again, watch this geo line right here. It's going to be huge, right? If we can get over that in the cloud, look for your pause day, look for a gap up, and see if it can continue. Again, it's a tricky name to trade, so a little bit of caution. All right, good stuff there. James, what's going on HD? Home Depot. Hanging in there, right? So just basically just triangulating here. So let's get a couple geos on this one here so we can track it. But getting pretty tight here. Could be gearing up for a little bit of a move. I like how it's holding these levels of support. So again, right at the 50-day in the cloud. So let's keep an eye on that one. DKNG again, beautiful tag of that 618 retrace on that one. Walmart, we talked about this one last night. Walmart was getting really tight, and good, nice outside day here today. Good volume, right? So it's let's kind of just keep an eye on that right there and see if it can continue to work its way up. See what kind of day we have on that one tomorrow. Norman, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, CRM earnings tomorrow. Again, started to recover a little bit today, right? Nice bounce here off the daily cloud, right? So let's see how that holds, and then let's see how it does for earnings on this one, right? So it gave a nice move up here after the last earnings, and of course being on the Dow, that was almost a predictable move to the upside. And now let's see if it can, what they say. I really want to hear what their earnings report says and what they're going to say about work. If they give any indication that work might not go through, work could be an epic short opportunity. FedEx, guys, again, another example, right? We got over the geometric line, not with a lot of strength, right? So this was not a breakout candle, right? It kind of did that too, which reminds me, James, I just want to take a real quick look at Cisco, and I know we looked at that one recently. I know you mentioned it today too. So again, got your geo breakout right here, kind of a double pause, kind of nasty, but it's starting to work here coming out of the cloud, so that's looking pretty good too. So nice stuff, William. Yeah, great on FedEx. Appreciate it. The Nest, yeah, NTR. So FedEx is just kind of chopping, right? We want some volume coming. We want some more green. NTR just still working its way up there. Regeneron. Again, this is one you guys heard it here first, right? So this push down here, Algo 382's thing is going to finish a wave 4 here at the bottom of the channel. So see how that holds on Regeneron. VRTX. Again, Vertex Farm. Wow, nice push up right there. Still below the 50-day on that one, but again, kind of a rough little hanging man type candle in there. And then Fubo. Yeah, I'm just still just kind of plowing its way up there. Very nice stuff. Yeah, good. Samar, what's going on? Yeah, appreciate it. Let's say like XPEV. Yeah, nice flush on that. It is holding the 8-day, so a little bit different than Candy, but nasty down move on a lot of these some of these electric vehicle names. And then JMIA. Again, guys, we love this name. This was so beautiful. This cup and handle was just, I mean, you could write a book on, a whole chapter on a book on this is like this cup and handle, why it didn't break out right here, why it did break out right here, and just epic, right? I mean, so, I mean, it really gave, a huge projected move up, right? What you do is on these cup and handles, you kind of go to the range right here, and this thing exceeded, right? Exceeded the projected move off of that, and it's kind of holding that area right now as potential support right at the 8-day. So nasty pullback off of that candle. So we'll see again. Again, I just love it. Had a great earnings, and I love the cup and handle breakout. So to see how it holds right here, it's a bit of a retrace again of the last move from this pivot. We are at sitting right at the 8-day and the 382 on this one. So this could be a very interesting area to hold. I wouldn't be surprised if it consolidated here for a little bit before it started to push again. So nice stuff there. James, yeah, Hindenburg short report gave nice opportunity. Yeah, Candy, nice job on that one. Yeah, exactly. And the China names too. Good stuff. And then X marks this spot. Let's take a look again. Beautiful find on that one, man. This is just incredible breakout right there. But this thing was, really started going and gave a couple tough with its candles. This one was starting to get interesting. Then boom, you got that gap up right there for that big move on X. Fantastic. And it's kind of chopping around here. Might be bull flagging a little bit, so something to keep an eye on there. Fast Johnny, yeah, exactly. So FSLY again. Here's your. I knew you'd put them out there, so I didn't go through all of them. Yeah, Fasty again. Watch your spinning top there off the 50-day D-Dog. Nice candle today. Big good outside day on D-Dog, so looking pretty strong. Docu. Yeah, a little bit blah, but we got earnings coming up this week. Froggy. Yeah, hanging in there. Double pause day, so let's see if I can get over its freshly formed 50-day on that one. The Big C. Big commerce. Looking okay, still under its 50-day there too. NVIDIA. Loving some NVIDIA. Definitely keep an eye on this one tomorrow. I want to look. If this thing gives some strength tomorrow, this thing could get going finally, right? So let's see how that goes. I think they've chopped up enough premium where everybody's tired of it and it might be getting ready to go. So keep an eye on that one. Netflix is still just blah, but watch it break out tomorrow. And Facebook hanging in there. So it's trying to get over the geometric line. Just it's trying, right? A decent pullback off of the 618 there in the 50-day. So nice stuff there. And then Nicola. Yeah, so Nicola. I know it just got nasty there today. We put it on the bearish radar this morning too. And just a nice breakdown there on Nicola. So, so you got that going. And Simar, what's going on? Yeah, PayPal. Let's take a look at this one. I mentioned this one today. I wanted to see it get over 214 today. Ended up closing at 214.12, but it looks like we're gapping up over $1 right now. So let's see if we get some good strength in this one going in tomorrow. Again, I had some nice activity on it today, kind of an inside-outside day. So let's see if that gets some follow-through going in tomorrow. Let's take a look at Netflix we just looked at. Again, just still just choppy, sloppy. So, but it is starting to, the ADMA starting to curl back up, and we're starting to get a little bit over it. But over the 50, I mean, this thing just needs to show us something, right? So nice candle. So it can do it, right? I mean, it'll give you a big candle every now. Look at that candle. I remember that one was the biggest one ever. So I mean, it'll do it occasionally. So that's why we keep it on the radar. So good stuff there. ZS with some earnings. Interesting setup. Nice. Yeah, good breakout candle right there. So let's see how it holds going into earnings tomorrow. Wednesday after the close. So good stuff there. Mookie, what's going on? PayPal, we just looked at. Yeah, so nice inside-outside day. So let's see if I can get some follow-through to the upside. It's up nicely after hours, so hopefully that'll keep going. FSOI with the put credit spreads. Cool, yeah. So that's definitely a safe way to speculate on that potentially working its way up there. Again, if Zoom can launch tomorrow, we're down a little bit here. Well, the bid's down a little bit, but if they can buy the dip on Zoom, watch FSOI for a potential move. That could be nice. James, so China injected another 20 billion yuan in their repo market. There you go. Everything is awesome. So I know exactly who can print the most money. I love it. Nice, Kevin. Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, definitely a good one to go. We'll talk more about it this week. Tracy, MGNI. Yeah, I think you mentioned this one the other. Yeah, wow. Okay, so Magnite again, nice doji top right here, big reversal back down, but they held the ADMA, so a nice bounce off of that, and just kind of hanging in there a little bit after hours. So QRVO. Hanging in there, so it's up a little bit after hours. Again, fresh highs on this one. Nice candle, good volume. So let's see if we can get some follow through the upside, which is nice. Awesome, James. Great stuff. Newsletter again this week. Awesome. Really great. I appreciate it. Yeah, the good stuff there. I mean, once you start getting that harmonic stuff down, it's going to be really, really helpful. Combine it with Elliott Wave and the other tools that we use. Just really fantastic stuff. Vrex imaging. Okay, yeah, keep an eye on that one. See if we can get over the 200-day on that one. And then, oh, you meant to type your ticker symbol. Yeah, it happens all the time. All good. Move on. What's going on? Yeah, and then DKNG. We'll take a look at it here. Yeah. So DKJ again, it was all about that 618 retrace right here for a nice bounce off the cloud. I know, and AMD is just so beautiful, right? Just nice stuff right there. Again, looks like it's up a little bit here after hours. Let's see if we can get a gap and go tomorrow on this one. So that would be, I mean, fantastic. I mean, if it gapped over 94.28, got some upgrades and all that stuff, it would be good. Lots of call activity on this one too. We enjoyed this one today as well. So good stuff. M King, sorry, I just saw this one. Any opinions on gold? We talked about it yesterday with Algo 382. I mean, generally it's pretty bearish right here. I mean, it looks like it's pulling back a little bit. The metals have been. I think maybe we looked at silver instead, but anyway, gold looking pretty rough right here. So we got this going on, and again, it's for a couple fresh downward trend lines. Right, you got this, you got these geometric lines right here. So again, at this point here, it's bearish until proven otherwise, right? It's in a fresh downtrend. It's under the 80 MA, 8's under the 50. We're under the 200. We got below this congestion zone, so we'll just see how it holds, right? And again, bearish until proven otherwise on that one. It's in a downtrend. So good stuff there. And then SDC, gold teeth, right? So the gold aligners, right? So it's good stuff right there. Inside day, a little bit of a push to the upside. Just been really, really funky to trade. So, but generally looking pretty bullish. So good stuff there. Awesome. Yeah, Michael, enjoy it. You too. I really appreciate it. Great. Yeah, Roku all-time highs. Incredible. Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful move right there. Fresh all-time highs on it. Let's even keep going. Again, huge. It came with a huge dip by it. They did not make it easy. That candle makes it look easy. It was not easy, right? Because it was strong at the open, and we liked it at the open. Then just held yesterday's triangle center, right? The bow and arrows support, and then see it. But I mean, to think that it would do that after that is just incredible. But they bought the dip on it, and they're loving some Roku, so nice stuff there. And then Tracy at Amazon, kind of a nasty candle today too. Thanks, Creighton. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. So Amazon again, just nasty, right? So just one of the things I was kind of pointing out on Twitter a little bit earlier. I mean, when you got all these geometric lines, probably best to stay out of it, right? But I'm doing it for illustrative purposes, right? That this thing's been up and down, and it really looks like we're working on this kind of larger triangle. We got but in order for it to really get going, right, it needs to break over some sort of geometric line right here. So this is the next one up, and it couldn't get there. It got to that area and just rejected it. So it gave you an outside day today. So a little bit blah there. I mean, you got a lot of congestion here that I can hold as support. So I'm just waiting on it to see if it can break out of these levels and maybe make a push up to the top of the triangle. So good stuff there. But great stuff, guys. Awesome chart requests, and I hope you guys enjoyed the Pitchfork talk today. We'll be talking about it more this week with some more tactics and strategies, and I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you're new here, definitely click subscribe on YouTube, and whether you're new here or not, please hit the like button. It goes a long way, and we really appreciate it, even if you're watching the recording. So good stuff, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. We'll catch you guys bright and early for the Good Morning Market Prep video, and for Bubble Report and member subscribers, we'll get that Bubble Report out to you bright and early too, with some great strategies and some fresh wave counts from Paul for the day. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in, and we'll see you bright and early. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game.